What's going on, guys? We are back for another replay analysis. I'm actually really mad. I just did this one, but my mic was muted the entire time. So I didn't think you guys would be able to read lips all that well. So I figured let's do it again. We got Tricky here coming in. He wants to do a little bit more of a team replay. His team is about champion level, he says. And he got this done. Patreon.com/Gibbs00. You can get replays done there. Max of 8 a month, so they're usually sold out. But keep checking by. And then there's some free play, there's some coaching, and exclusive videos, all this stuff. A lot of fun stuff over there, and the support helps me immensely. I mostly just buy diapers with it. But yeah, thanks for the support, and let's get right into the replay analysis of Tricky. Here we go. Neo Tokyo, the brand new-ish map. Rest in peace, non-standard maps. Slowly but surely, they'll probably die. Anyway, we'll continue here. Good play by Sally. Nice little 50-50. Not allowing the shot here. That's what you want to see from your wingman on defense. Tricky gets the clear. Sally tries for the play there. You know, like you're going to miss once in a while. The only thing I don't like here is Juicy trying to throw the ball back over to Tricky. But let's go check out Juicy real quick because he's playing a little weird. He's got, like, how in the world does he even know this play happened? Doesn't even use ball cam there. And, like, I'm not sure if that's a bug because now he's using ball cam. But it was really strange. It seems like Juicy might be a little bit lower, it seems like, than the other guys. Or he just had a rough game in this one. But this play is really strange. Like, I thought, maybe it's like he's going for the pass, trying to be cute. But he probably could have had a shot here. But, honestly, he can't see the ball. So that's his best chance there. But Tricky does make some use of it, trying to throw it to the middle. Sally's kind of out of the play, though, because he went in the, she went in the air. But what can you do? Works out in the end. Now, Tricky tries to come over for a pass. Like, honestly, on these plays, when you're right in front of your teammate and he's got a dribble going, I would literally just turn and go straight towards the goalies. You might have a better chance here than looking for a pass. And plus, he also went extremely wide for the pass. You want to be kind of close for those dribble passes. So he went a little bit too wide. It does work out because the 50-50 kind of went in his direction, but he still couldn't make a play on it. But honestly, I would just attack those goalies at that point. It was pretty safe. Sally was back as well. It's not bad. Now this play here, these are tough off the wall. Hits off that corner, and as soon as it hits that corner, you're in for a rough one. One thing I would do here, though, for Tricky, is you see how Sally is kind of there already? She's grabbing this boost, I think. Who knows with these replays before it showed the boost was there. So I would just let her go up the wall and then maybe spin around and hug this goal line. Try and have some faith in Sally there. And then try and play a little bit of defense. Or, like, not necessarily hug the goal line, but hug around the goal on the wall. And then try and come off the wall for the save. Try and read the shot a little bit more instead of diving at it. Since Sally, that's probably her job to do it. But it doesn't work out there. This is a great shot / clear. Almost gets the double. But then let's go over to Juicy here for this weak shot. So great pass. And now the net's pretty open. Got one player to beat. But pretty close shot. Now this is why when you see pros sometimes, as soon as they jump, they air roll right away. It's because of shots like this where you have to like get up quickly, but then you don't have enough time to tilt your car forward to actually get a good piece of it like off your hood. So, like, if you air rolled here, then you can get some, like, huge impact on the shot compared to just hitting the wheels. Personally, I don't do it either, mostly because I'm lazy and because I suck at air rolling. But it's definitely a good idea to try it. This is a good idea here from Juicy. Almost works here. Probably should have went for the double pop, but just barely missed. But I like the idea. Like, on your way back, like, you should always be looking to try and make a play of some sort as you're coming back. And then the worst case is, like, when you fly for things like that, you'll be flying back to your zone anyway, so it's not the end of the world. All right, here, Juicy, a little bit of a bad read off this pass from Sally. It's actually a pretty good ball from Sally, but, like, this is the main thing that players get wrong, including myself. With these backward shots, you always go too high. It's just the way it is. You think that it's going to be a really hard play off the wall, but honestly, he probably didn't even have to fly for that. Or at least fly more horizontally to get closer to the wall to beat out the goalies. It doesn't work out there, though. Then we'll go back here. I want to show a little bit of play here. So now it's One-on-one there. Like, I guess Sally is coming back, so it's not the end of the world. A little bit of a loss, 50-50. But the hustle back makes up for it. The only thing I would change here on the play like this is when you know that the other guy is going to be going up for a decent block, try to just throw it to the side. Like, at this point, he's probably too late. But sometimes it's better to not throw it towards the net and just kind of tap it over to the side. Sally was back. Probably not a lot of boost, but it would have killed a little bit more time. And they would have had a better chance here. Sally, though, goes for that 50-50. Doesn't work. And as a third man, you got to be careful on those. But the hustle back, and they make the play. Juicy, throwing it right to the defense. That's the only thing that they got to watch out for is this midfield game. Sometimes they're just giving up the ball pretty quickly. Now, I like the idea there from Sally, trying to slow down the play, use a dribble to get it deep in their zone. Problem was there was no follow-up. As soon as Sally starts to dribble this, like, Juicy's coming back. So Tricky should probably move up with Sally and try and anticipate some type of 50-50. Instead, Tricky kind of just lets Sally do whatever she wants and just puts her on an island. Like, she's not going to beat all three here. And then blue team has a pretty easy clear because of it. Because now Sally's kind of out of play. Now both Juicy and Tricky are kind of moving up. But they were just like a little bit too late. Bark actually gets it by both of them. Luckily, it doesn't result in a goal. Good idea there from Sally, trying to get it down to Tricky. And I like the position of Tricky, trying to be right in front of the net. As soon as that ball is tapped, you have to jump in the air and try and get any deflection that you can. Because usually goalies are ready for those. But in threes, it's not a bad idea to kind of creep up there. Just doesn't work out for him. Back into the corner once again. Trying to flirt around this middle, see what happens. Now, Tricky again is driving away from the pass here. You want to drive towards Sally, like right here where Sally's not got a ton of momentum. You want to drive towards her and hope that she taps it towards you, and then like maybe like you do a little side flip and take a shot. But he drives away once again from a pass, and that's not what you want to do. Like, you need to work with your teammates for passes, drive towards the ball. They say this all the time in soccer and hockey. When someone's passing you the ball, you skate or run towards the pass, because otherwise, like, defenders will cut it off. And then this play right here. He tries to make a play, doesn't work. Sally goes for the contest, and honestly, that's a mistake that happens all the time. The only problem is when you make that mistake as the third man, it looks terrible, and it's a wide open net. So you just got to be careful as a third man to not go for challenges like that and try and be a little bit more passive. Like, you don't generally want a 50-50 when you're the last one back, and you're probably going to be the last one back for a little while. You would rather let them try to do their dribble on you and see if you can make a play there. Like, at least test them to see if they can even do it, because a lot of players can't really do it like in a 1v1 situation. But they make up for it here. Juicy actually making a really good play here. I'm going to follow Juicy. So Sally throws this off the wall. Now, Juicy's kind of looking for a pass. Again, though, driving a little bit away, but this time it works out. Like, the midfield is wide open because Blue left it open. And then Sally has nowhere to go. Like, she's fallen, and Juicy actually hits her right in stride, and Sally gets the goal. But that was honestly a Blue team fault, where they kind of just left the entire midfield open and allowed those passes to happen. Like, whenever you see good passes, and people always say this on Reddit and stuff too. I saw it when Gale Force made a really nice pass the other day. They're like, oh, I can't wait till we see this all the time. Problem is, we're not going to see it all the time because good teams know how to pressure and know how to break up passes. Like, you shouldn't be allowing passes like that to happen. Blue team there, though, just leaving the entire midfield open. And that's why you don't want to park yourself in net and you want to contest some of these balls. Continue here, a little bit of whiff action. Tricky moving up a bit. That's fine because you got two people back. And threes, I don't mind when you cheat up a little bit when you think that someone's going to get a decent clear. This ball wasn't the greatest, but it was in the air. And whenever like you make a mistake on a clear, as long as you get elevation on it, you have a good chance to make a decent play. What he should have done probably is just circle it around his net, like try and push it away. It doesn't really work out, though. Or just leave that ball, to be honest. Like, Sally could have made a better play, probably, since it came off the wall so much. But it worked out for them, just because of the elevation on the clear. Sally again trying to slow it down, gets the 50-50 again. The midfield wide open from Blue, but that 50-50 does not go their way. Good hustle back though from Trick. Here comes like another clear. Now this one was better, mostly because it was higher, and then Sally actually follows it up really quickly. A nice defensive supportive play. Now Juicy's got to get up. All right, well, good kill. Now they can slow it down a bit. One thing here though, again. leaving your teammates on a stranded island. See how Juicy has a dribble. Both Tricky and Sally drive away from him. Drive near him. Let him use you in a small, quick dribble pass. But it doesn't happen there. He does push it through, which works out for them. But honestly, like, you don't want to leave your teammates just kind of on an island when they're trying to slow it down and go for a dribble play, because they could use you for passes. But you have to be close in those situations. And as soon as you drive away, then all they can do is kind of just attack it forward and go for a 50-50 if they're not good at the dribble flicks. What a doink! So this play all starts. Tricky, a little bit of a whiff, I believe, was the start of this. Yeah, just a little bit of whiff. That happens. Sally throw it deep in the corner, but this play, Juicy tries to creep up just a little bit too far. Doesn't work out for them. I can understand it with 53 seconds left at the time-ish, or 48, I guess now, when Juicy's trying to creep up. But you got to watch the momentum of the defenders. Let's go over to Juicy real quick. All right, we got it. See how the goalie... Here, let's go back a little bit further. See how the goalie's kind of driving around sideways? Normally when they're sideways like that and the ball's in the corner, they have a good chance at getting some decent momentum behind it and throwing it deep into your end. Right here, the ball creeps out even further, so he has time to boost behind it. And once that happens, it's over for Juicy. Trying to creep up a little bit too far, trying to guess where the ball is going to go. But the biggest thing there is just trying to read the momentum of the defenders and try to figure out how far of a clear can it actually be. My nose is really itchy. I don't know why. But doesn't work out there. I kind of understand where he's creeping forward, but when you're down 1 goal, you really don't have to rush until there's like 20 seconds left, because honestly, you can score at 0 seconds. So you don't want to do, all right, it's last minute, we have to rush here. You can hold out for a while, because now a 2-goal lead with 40 seconds left is really hard to come back from, compared to just a 1-goal lead. Which is obvious, but whatever. Tricky going up. Nice air roll play. Right into the corner. Now, these are the aerials I love to see, is when they get the air rolls going. We'll show it again, because it was a nice shot. He gets a favorable bounce there. Juicy started going up, but Tricky's like, nah, man, I got this. 20 seconds left. They're down a goal. Let's see if they can do it. Right here, no one goes for the face-off on blue team. I actually want to go to Juicy. Normally, what you want to do in these situations is you want to stop behind the ball, put it on your hood, and then try and make a flick play in some direction. Both of them leave. Instead, all he does is just drive right at it, lobs it right to the goalie. That's not what you want to do there. Like, you want to slow it down, try and put the ball on your hood, and then make at least one of them miss, or maybe do a flick off the backboard if possible. But instead, you just gave possession away. Then, right here, Juicy has a chance to speed this play up. Right when he sees there's no goalie, he should be trying to attack this ball as soon as possible. Right here. Just get up in the air and tap this ball as quickly as you can off the corner wall. Hope that it makes it in front of the net in time for a teammate, or throw it off the back wall. But he hits it a little bit too weak, and Tricky cannot make the play. And now we got 6 seconds left. It's not looking good. But we'll see. Juicy getting the tip. Sally's up. A good play by Tricky to not go up, because you don't want to send 2 there. He gets it up off the wall. Throws it down. Ugh. Juicy just not in the position to make this play happen. He shouldn't have been ball chasing that hard. Once Tricky wins this, he's got to turn around quickly. I don't know why he's breaking there. You got to just use your handbrake and spin around and go towards the net. But he goes a little bit too slow, and that's the end of the game. Super close, but it doesn't work out. And, yeah, the main thing I saw from the team plays here, not a lot of passing. And that's honestly because when whoever had the ball, they would drive away from the pass and leave them stranded, so they couldn't really get passing plays going. You want to drive towards the ball and make yourself available for a pass, and the team wasn't doing it that much here. And then I felt like Juicy had a rough game as well. Sally did okay as like that third man most of the time, and I felt like Tricky did okay as well. But just need more passing instead of just letting one player do whatever he can to push it forward. Midfield defense wasn't amazing as well, but it was decent. And then we'll look at the final stats, just because why not? Because that's fun, because I should be doing that more often, and I always forget. Look at the final stats here. I mean, like, shots were close. 5 shots to 6. I felt like Blue had a little bit more possession, just not the shots necessarily. And then I felt like Juicy, again, rough game there, but doesn't work out for him. 2 goals for EDK and the assist, so Well done from him. But that'll do it, guys, for this replay analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for all the support on Patreon, on YouTube, on Twitch, at RLCS, wherever. It means the world to me. And, yeah, we'll see you next time. Later.